But the guys that are in question are Dickerson, Wanye Morris, and Bolton still. So we'll just see where it goes from there. Look for the challenge of playing the Vikings. Again, good football team. And our guys have had a good week of practice, so we'll be ready to go up there, hop on the plane tomorrow and travel up there. So when that time's yours.
Coach, just what have you seen from Travis? Watching him come back from that injury week one and do his first 3 games.
Yeah, he's done a good job. Started off real well last week, which was good to see, and had a couple nice catches and runs and all that. So, and then had a couple screens that he did real well too.
Have you noticed that, with him going back to training camp and everything this year, that things are just maybe a little bit harder? He's already just turned 34. Do you feel like with Travis that things are just a little tougher for him now?
Well, I haven't seen that. I mean, he goes out and he cranks every day. So, I mean, works his tail off. Never asks for time off, days off, or anything. Yeah, amazing guy that way. Yeah.
How important has he been to the development of these young receivers coming up?
Yeah, he's been good. He talks to them and helps coach them up. He's been real good with that. He's got a good way about him that way. Yeah.
Andy, how much of being the game Thursday impacted the decision with guys like Matt Dickerson and Nick Bolton for Sunday's game?
Not much. I mean, if they could go, we'll let them go, and if they can't, then we'll hold back on them. But no, it's normally how we go about it.
Gotcha.
Good.
All right.
Mark, great.
All right.
Thank you. We should go, Tim.
That's it?
That's about to Too late. Look. I mean, we got Donna talking about it. It's what? She was on the Today Show this morning. Oh my gosh.
15 hours of the day show.
What'd she say?
You like that lady?
She didn't say that.
Oh.
You want to tell Marley?
No, what did she say? It was okay.
It's okay.
Okay. I mean, so she said how she looked in the booth. Yep. Okay. Thank you.
It's okay.
A bit loud. She's a bit loud.
Did she listen to her? Didn't get that impression on the Today Show.
I feel like she would listen to the Who before Taylor Swift.
She didn't.
Talking about my generation.
Hey.
She did not give the impression that she knew the hits.
I feel like she's more of a Madonna fan or Cher.
Ooh, sure.
I feel like she would like Cher.
I feel like she was more the that radio station shows plays all the adult
Who
hits from
opened
the
for?
70s, 80s.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, this is
94.
Just plays it. Yeah.
Here's this.
It's like my dentist office.
We talked already. That's just seems like my impression.
Substitute.
It's like my dentist office who just reads always 80s radio.
Yeah, it's just like
I can see from miles.
shopping center music.
Summertime blues.
I'm just.
And my generation. It's just it's still.
Yeah, just.
What are they, the Lancers, Sundays and South?
Well, the Raiders.
The Raiders.
They were shooting for Paul Revere and the Raiders, I guess. It somehow led to Buckingham to the
Like that was
Who.
the intro.
And
She was like,
Can we talk about my chunky
Mrs.
chicken?
Brown, you have a lovely daughter, or was that something?
And my
Herman's Hermits.
Herman's
my
Hermits,
cousin.
yeah.
On that.
Let's just stick with that. I don't know this.
Also, Henry VIII,
She
I think,
just
was
here.
Herman's Hermits.
I was in the suite and she showed up.
The best lyric in rock history.
I show up
Second
to the
verse,
suite
same as the
and she
first.
in my spot.
They were just done with it.
I don't want to transition here. Oh no, they always post like the whole interview. on
Yeah,
Twitter,
yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, I guess
I might watch it a little later.
Okay.
I haven't gotten on any social media.
My mother also played with her sister. So all she had were, except she did hide Paul Simon's Red River Ball, because that was a favorite.
What's Paul Simon?
Well, Simon Garfunkel, but I think Garfunkel's along to the right on that one.
I didn't know that his name was
The only Beatles 45 she had was Norwegian Wood.
It was a good one, man. I don't know what the B side of that was. It's Rubber Soul, wasn't it? Something like that. Yeah, record of my mom's. Yeah.
Gosh, I'm trying to look
Did
at
you ever
this.
go on it?
Yeah, Ooh Valley.
Northwest, Southwest.
Run for Your Life. That was on that.
Wolves and Huskies. Oh,
There you go.
we're in range.
We're in range.
Go ahead, guys.
Travis, just with everything going on at the beginning of the season, just how are you right now, and where's your mindset?
I'm rolling, man. We won 3 in a row, trying to get to 4-0 or 4 in a row, and yeah. As all the attention comes, it feels like I was on top of the world after the Super Bowl, and right now even more on top of the world. So it's fun, man.
Travis, the level of attention that's been the last couple of weeks with everything with Taylor, what has that been like the process for you, and even including things like actual paparazzi and all this? How are you managing that?
No, we're learning with the paparazzi, just taking photos from all over the place. But at the same time, it's it comes with it. It comes with it. You got a lot of people that care about Taylor, and for good reason. So it's just got to keep living and learning and enjoying the moments. And at the end of the day, I've always been pretty good about compartmentalizing and being able to stay focused in this building. So I'll just keep rolling with that, man.
Does being in this building kind of help you a lot, just get away from everything else?
I think it's always been that for me, no matter what's going on in my life, good or bad. I think this is one place I can get away and just be locked in and focused, and always check myself and my ego at the door and make sure that I come in with a clear mind.
What have you learned about the size and scope of her world, the entertainment world?
It's worldwide, man. It's worldwide. It's been magnified for sure, though.
Travis, playing in that first game in Jacksonville, what was the toughest part, and what do you feel like you've come through since then?
The toughest part for me was to just get back in the groove, with the knee injury and everything going into that week, or coming out of the Lions week in week 1. There's been that aspect, and then on top of that, as a whole, as a unit, just staying on the page for 4 quarters, staying together for 4 quarters, putting it all together as an offense specifically, and just nonstop trying to get better, man. That's always been the goal.
Travis, what's Patrick like coming off of a week where he feels like he didn't play his best?
He's dialed in, man. He's dialed in. He's one of the best quarterbacks to ever do this thing because of how he can move on from things, how he can learn from things, and make sure that he's just being the best he can for the guys around him and the organization he's in front of. So it's just I expect him to go out there and beat Pat Mahomes, baby, nothing less.
This seems like a little bit ridiculous to ask, but what did you think of Aaron Rodgers calling you?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, with this stash right now, I look like a guy named Mr. Pfizer. Who knew I'd get into the Vax wars with Aaron Rodgers, man? Mr. Pfizer versus the Johnson & Johnson family over there, man.
I don't think we asked you about it since you're in the commercial. Can you kind of just say why you wanted to do that?
I mean, I've always been, once I got the vaccine, I got it because of, keeping myself safe, keeping my family safe, the people in this building. So yeah, I stand by it 1,000%, and fully comfortable with him calling me Mr. Pfizer.
Travis, anything you've seen in the first quarter of the season from other defenses that they might be playing differently than years past that you've just seen this particular season?
I mean, it's there might be they might have focused in on a few things at least up to this time frame in the season. Coach Flores is an unbelievable defensive coordinator, or defensive coach, I should say, just a coach in general. And I got a lot of respect for him, and I know that he's not shy of bringing the heat and putting the pressure on you, and we just got to be ready for it, man.
Travis, how rare is it that you and Patrick maybe aren't on the same page? When I think there was one play last week, it looked like you guys were.
There was a few plays, and it's just we're still learning. We're still trying to figure things out and trying to make the best decision. It's one thing when it goes right, and then you want to do something based off of what you just did, knowing that the defense saw it, right? So it's just nonstop playing chess with the guys across from you, and you just got to make sure you're on the same page and you're not putting the team in a tough spot or putting Pat in a tough spot like it did last week a few times.
As much as you guys have seemingly read each other's minds, does it seem really crazy when it doesn't work, or is it just the way it is?
I think that's a good question. I'm really just so focused in on the success of the drive, the success of the play, how that play ends, and then on top of that, being able to move on from it and learn from it. So it's just, you never really get caught up in, getting down on it. That's for sure.
Belated happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Now that you're, I hate to say 34. I mean,
You hate to say that.
Are you feeling 34?
I'm very fortunate to get to 34, man, and to be able to do what I love, man. I got a lot of shout outs from family, friends, a lot of people reaching out yesterday. Chiefs Kingdom always shows love, and it's just it's an appreciating day. It's, as much as everybody wants to make it about me, I just see how much family and friends that I have that I have around me, and it's always a beautiful thing.
Do you feel like things get harder? I mean, are you noticing at this point in your career that it's a little bit more difficult between training camp and a knee injury, that there's more difficulties physically?
There's been some things that have popped up that just make you stay on top of it, man. I think everybody gets to this point in their career, or if they're fortunate enough to get to year 11 in their career, you definitely got to start to hone in on things even more, and just make sure that you're available. Make sure that you're doing everything you can to make yourself available, and that's always been the mindset for sure.
Matt?
Trav, I think this is the longest you've had the mustache into the season.
Yeah.
That's always the plan, or how did this work out?
Yeah, it feels smooth, man. Feels good, man. Just got a cut this morning, if you couldn't tell. And I feel the power out there when I'm running routes for sure.
Mackenzie?
Yeah, the last 2 weeks it seems like the Chiefs games were also known as like Taylor watch. People want to know if she's coming to the game, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
How do you kind of tune that out? I know you mentioned on your podcast that it seemed like they were overdoing it a little bit with the cutaway shots, everybody, having their eyes on her.
Everybody's having fun with it, Whether I think they're overdoing it or not, I know I brought this to myself, or I've been fortunate enough to have fun with it, and that's where all that really matters, is that it's not pissing anybody off, over here at least. So I'm having fun with it, and I think that like I said earlier, I've been pretty good at just compartmentalizing and making sure my focus is always about winning the game, and I don't see that changing anytime soon.
We'll go last two, PJ, and then Nate. Go, PJ.
Jarvis, it feels like you've had a lot of self-reflection just right now with everything going on. Is that part of your birthday, or is that just, how often do you self-reflect? I'm
fortunate, man. I've a lot of my home games, I have a lot of family and friends come in town, and that's almost like a birthday every single week, especially when we get a win, because I think it's a 20-person suite, so you got at least 20 people coming in to see you specifically play the game you've been playing since you were a kid. There's a bit of a birthday feel to that when you get the family and friends around. So it's just I'm always reflecting on how appreciative I am of the people around me, knowing that I grew up with a great community. I grew up with a great group of friends that I'm still close with, and on top of that, we grabbed a lot of good ones along the way.
Nate?
Travis, we talked to Pat last week about the touchdown where you made the decision to change the route. Obviously, all the route concepts. I just wonder, when you hear the play call, how much do you sort of anticipate yourself maybe saying, if the look looks a little bit differently, I'm going to do maybe what's different than on the page?
Most of that is talked about, or at some point has been talked about in another route concept, and it will mirror up with Pat. I think for the most part, the flow of the game, the feel of the game. I've had so much fun with 1-5 outside the facility. I've seen that guy compete in everything from golf to pickleball to beer pong, you name it, man.
Right.
And so I get what his competitive nature is, and that's I think that goes a lot further than people would expect.
Thanks, Trev.
Thank you.